Hello all, my name is Rahul Kashyap and in this video I'm going to make you aware from Java language. In this very first video, I will cover the basic introduction and the architecture of Java. I'm not 100% sure that you will like this video, but yes, I'm pretty much confident that you will get to know what I'm trying to convey. So let's get started to our first lecture. So in this very first video, I will be covering 4 topics wherein we will discuss what is Java, why we use Java language, history of Java, basic introduction to architecture of Java, and the IDE tools. So let's start with the definition of Java. Java is a programming language where we use multiple logic statements and tokens to develop the application or software. In order to give you more clarity on this, in English language, to develop or to write a story, what we do is we use the combination of letters. Using the combination of letters, we make words. Using words, we make sentences, then paragraph, and finally we get our story. In same way, in Java, if you want to develop any application, then what we do is we use alphabets. Using alphabets, we get the tokens. And just for your information, in Java we have almost 50 tokens available that we will be seeing in next lecture. Using tokens, we get the statements, and programmers, they write the code and they develop the application. So if you talk about why we use Java, then I have listed down 7 points over here. So if you want to get the theoretical knowledge about these all points, then you can just go to description panel, and I have added the proper PPT link over there. You can download it from there. Addition to that, I have also added the difference between the editions. So in Java, we have 3 editions available: Standard Edition, Enterprise Edition, and the Micro Edition. I have added main points for all the editions, and you can find all those information in that PPT itself. Now, if we talk about history of Java, then as we know, James Gosling was the one who developed this language in the year 1991. So the team were named as Green Team at that time, and they developed this software. That's why the name of that software was .gt, and it was named as Green Talk. Right now, in 1995, it got changed from .gt to .java language. It got acquired by Sun Microsystem, and currently the owner of this Java is Oracle. So they manage everything for Java language. They do the release and they release everything in the market. Right now, if you talk about basic introduction to architecture of Java, so in this video I have covered the high level architecture of Java. We will see how to write the code and how to compile it, how to interpret it, and how to get the output, desired output in your machine. In the next video, I will be covering all the brief description about the architecture of Java, where we will see the difference between JVM, JDK, and JRE, and we will also understand the background implementation of Java with the help of JRE, JDK, and JVM. So to give you more clarity on this, I have created this representation over here. You can see it. So what we do is we write the code in the editor. So editor could be like Notepad or Edit Plus. Once you write the code, you just have to save this code as a .java extension. Once you save it, you just have to compile it. So to compile the code, you will have to go to your command prompt, and you just have to write compilation process called javac. It should be in lowercase. Java is a case sensitive. So javac class name dot java. Right. So once you enter this javac class name dot java and hit on enter, it will check for each and everything of your code, like the syntax error, whether you have missed anything. Let's say if you have Java is a case sensitive, right? So if you have defined any class name with the capital letter, then in that case it will give you an error. So as soon as you compile the code, what it does is in your repository, it automatically generates a byte code. that would be in .class file. So after compilation of your code, you can just go to your repository and you will find this .class file. So that is a non-executable code, right? To make it executable on your machine, what you will have to do is you will have to use JVM. So JVM works in between the bytecode and in your machine, right? So as soon as you interpret your code, as soon as you run this bytecode on your machine, you get the desired outputs. So so to run this code, to make this code executable, we use interpreter and JVM. So JVM is like, it's a Java virtual machine which helps in interpreting your code on the respective operating system. It could be your Mac operating system, Linux, or Windows operating system. So as soon as you interpret your code, it gives you a desired output, and you can see that output in the command prompt. So we will cover the brief description about the architecture of Java in next video. Now coming to the next topic, we have IDE. So IDE is something called Integrated Development Environment. So most popular IDE tools are Eclipse, NetBeans. So these all tools users are using frequently. So the advantages of using Eclipse and NetBeans are you get the editor, proper source code editor where you can write your code. It has the inbuilt compilation process and interpretation. So you get the proper UI to execute or to run your code. So this all a process, we call it as build automation tool. So you just have to, as soon as you write the code, it automatically checks for the compilation. It automatically compiles your code and interpret your code as well. So as soon as you interpret your code, it gives you the output in the proper section. So that section, in case of Eclipse, we call it as console. And moreover, you also get the debugger option. So debugger option will help you in debugging your code. So let's say while executing your code, if you get any unexpected result, then in that case, you can just debug your code using the debugger mode in the IDE tools. And you can get the output later on once you debug the code successfully. So that's all about this video. Thank you for watching. So if you like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe. And you can also let me know your feedback in the comment section. See you in the next video. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye-bye.